bar mitzvah party. And when it came to the host's speech, the dad held up a big sheet saying, "Standard bar mitzvah boy dad's speech." He said, "You start by saying a few Yiddish words to show how religious you are. You say how wonderful it is to have various people with you tonight, how your wife looks gorgeous, and how wonderfully the bar mitzvah boy did in shul that day." All this obviously having been written well before the day. So I broached the subject with Annabelle about doing something different. Different? Well, what do you mean different? Annabelle said. I said I was thinking of doing a rap. Annabelle looked at me in utter horror. She said, "Wasn't it bad enough at your own bar mitzvah? At Serena's bar mitzvah," she said, "you told everybody how your dad made you sing. Hello mother, hello father, here I am at my bar mitzvah. We'd really like to see you dancing. Then our party you'll be enhancing." Honestly, Annabelle said, "Look, just don't try and be funny. Only cool bar mitzvah boys do raps. You're a grown man. You can't do accents. You can't sing. And you're certainly not cool. It'll be social suicide. And if you do try and do one, make it very clear that I had nothing to do with it."
And I really have never heard of it.
Anyway, as everybody is aware, one of my many eccentricities is that I'm very thick-skinned. So I got the family together and I asked them what they thought. I said, "A few weeks ago, me was at a do. Me thought very soon this'll be you. Bar mitzvah boy's dad said it's a shame. All the speeches are just the same. So me thinks me just gotta do something different, something new. Not oy vey the nachas we slept. We were so proud we could have wept." Me Thomas says, "Please don't do that voice. Why are you doing that if you got the choice? You don't sound black or like Ali G. You sound so stupid, don't do this to me." Me Annabelle looks at me in total shock. She says me will sound like such a schmuck. She says, "Do you want another mental scar, like from your own bar mitzvah?" She reminds me of the photo she saw. She says me knows what you wore. A green three-piece suit with cords, me heard. You just look like a total nerd. She says that she's afraid to say, if it weren't for her, me would have worn that today. She says a rap will be bad at Vanilla. Me might as well dance to Thriller. Me own Barmy speech was an awful song. Me old man thought we'd have a sing-along. Me still wakes up in a cold sweat. Me Annabelle says, "Ain't you got over it yet?" Me Serena, she holds her head in her hand. She says, "You just don't understand. Don't you get it? A rap won't be funny. You could get Labyrinth if you spent some money." Doesn't mean you a YouTube sensation if your awful rap trends across the nation. It's me who has to go to school and have a dad who's a total fool. Can you just imagine the shame if people search against me name? They search for rapper and expect Jay-Z. Who did they find? My daddy! Don't be mean, get the real thing. My friends want to hear Rihanna sing. Me Annabelle says, I quite agree. Who do you think you are, Puff Daddy? She says it will be a complete horror. Get Eminem, don't be a schnorrer. Me Serena says, I'm gonna tell you again. A rap from the dad is totally insane. She says me will ruin the party. She said me should stick to karate. Me Serena says, Dad, it'll be so cringe. But me says, no, why you always whinge? Me Tom screams at me, God, you're sad. Don't you get it? It'll be so bad. What you've done isn't a rap. It's just a poem that is crap. Me Annabelle begged, for once be normal. Don't use rude words, just be formal. Why don't you ever listen, bish? For a normal speech is all I wish. Me says I'll write a little ditty, something short and really witty. Me Annabelle says, that's a pity. Me Tom says, Dad, it's gonna be shitty. Me Ollie says, with a sigh, don't say me instead of my. Doesn't make you sound like Tiny Temper. Just makes it a bad speech at a Barmitzvah. Me Annabelle then begins screaming. She says, why don't you ever stop dreaming? She says, me's just a lawyer in the city. And not a rich one, more's the pity. So me asked to mate who is kinda blunt. What do you think? Is a rap worth a punt? He pulls no punches, he's pretty crude. He calls me something that's really rude. He says, you fool, you cannot sing. Don't be tight, get the real thing. He says, I know this other bloke. He had Jason Derulo, he still ain't broke. But then he says, you must be cunning. How you got a missus who is so stunning? In August it will be 20 years since I married me Annie and shed some tears. This I must admit is true. Me is lucky to have a wife like you. Me Serena says that truth be told, to do a rap you is far too old. She says forget it, you're 47, so stop pretending you are 11. Me Tom says, Dad, what's the crack? Why a rap? You're not even black. You is just an old Jewish lawyer with yet another new employer. Tom, me and me mum, me and your mum. Me and your mum are so proud of you. Look at you, an adult Jew. You listened to me. You weren't a stummer. You sounded like a real frummer. Now me knows me should say in me speech, me Thomas, you were a pleasure to teach. Truth be told, you drove me crazy. Oh my God, you is so lazy. Me wants to thank those who have come from far, from Switzerland and Austria. Malta, Rivolays and Moldova, and we ain't forgotten Delia. So now me is running out of time. This is near the end of the rhyme. Me Annie thinks this is such horror. Me Serena adds, be on YouTube tomorrow. Me Tom will say people who are just polite He didn't laugh, it was a load of beep. Anyways, me just want to say thank yous all for making our day. We really hope you all have fun. Now that's it, me is finally done.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, join us for some Israeli dancing.